Um, click more, then go live. We are now live. We are broadcasting all over the world. And we're going to talk about, I'm just doing my intro, guys, for you guys who came on here already. By the way, I like videos on. Show me your handsome faces. This is Role Play Wednesday. This is where we discuss the $1 million skill. Okay, I don't care how smart you are, how much money you have, how many computer applications, how many virtual assistants you have, how many acquisition managers, how much scraping you do, how much driving for dollars you do. The only way you're going to make a lot of money is to be a persuader. Okay, in real estate, eventually, and in most kinds of sales, do we eventually have to get one-on-one with somebody? Is somebody else going to close a $1 million deal for us? A $500,000, a $5,000 deal. Hervik, you just did a nice deal. How many employees negotiated that deal for you?
Are you referring to the attorneys that helped me with that deal?
No, I'm talking about the sale, the closure, the negotiation, the one-on-one. Who really closed that? I'm not talking about you had some legal issues. We know that. But in a normal situation, when you're dealing with somebody about some land or whatever, who's going to do that? Is anyone going to do this for you?
No. Is when it comes time to present an offer, it's me with the seller or sellers, depending on how many there are.
And I want to hear somebody disagree or argue with me. Okay. It's okay. I'm not the last word on everything. I'm a fallible human being, but I don't know how you can succeed. I'm going to be like a demotivation speaker. I don't think there's any way you can succeed in business unless you are a great salesperson, a persuader, an influencer. What do you guys think about that statement? Somebody turn on their video and argue with me. I don't think you can delegate it to a third party.
Claude, I would say that I think that even a broken clock is right twice a day. So so eventually maybe using VAs to make the calls and negotiate things. Maybe you could get a sale here and there, but if you're in the driver's seat, you're doing it yourself, man. I'm sure you're going to have a lot more.
Are you talking about marketing or sales? There's a difference. Marketing and sales are two different things.
Got it. No, but I guess I mean both. Also sales if you have someone else doing it for you, but it's not going to be the same. If you're the person, steering the ship, right? If you're at the steering wheel, that's your best bet.
You can use, VAs, buying your listserv, getting your list, getting those leads and everything, that's fine. You can pay somebody to maybe pre-qualify people, set up appointments for you. Nothing wrong with that. Good stuff. But eventually, here's my point. Eventually, if you don't get on that phone with people and you don't negotiate the strategy, the money, the time frame, if you don't negotiate all the terms of real estate with that person, is anyone else going to do that for you? Is there a computer application? Oh, let's get real controversial here. Is there a computer application that will negotiate and close a deal for you?
Not that I know of.
I'm still waiting for it. I know Tesla's building robots and shit like that, but is it really? So I guess my point is, if you're going to succeed, hey, Garrett and Gent and C, all you guys, come on, show me your face here. This is Role Play Wednesday. No sitting in the back of the bus enjoying the ride. Okay. This is participate. You only get to be a millionaire when you earn it, and you earn it by practicing every day. You guys want me to pussyfoot around or tell you the truth?
Tell us the truth.
The truth is, can you give good phone? Okay. In California, my home, I'm in North Carolina right now. I live in Colorado and San Diego, California. I have a big sign, give good phone, behind me here. If you're not giving good phone, you're not negotiating deals every day. I think that people waste too much time in this business. I'm going to be controversial today. I think we waste too much time in this business doing busy work instead of the stuff that makes us money today. What's your thoughts?
Hard to disagree with you.
Come on, I want some disagreement here. It's okay. It's okay to disagree. I think if you can get on that phone and become, my daughter gave me once the greatest compliment I ever received. She said, Dad, you're just comfortable in your own skin. Took me a long time to get to this happy place where I can get on the phone, cold call, warm call, follow-up call, and I can try to make those people feel comfortable and get into some kind of adult dialogue with them. This is how you make a lot of money. All the other stuff is busy work. It'll get you there. Garrett's in the building. I can see him. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing
Alan
pretty
Bryant.
good.
Alan Bryant's in the building. Yay.
YOLO.
Garrett, what do you think about all that nonsense I was just spouting, man? A lot of bullshit, right?
It's awesome, man. It's awesome. It's awesome. Brand new to the group, guys. Welcome. Nice to be here.
How did you hook up in here? Are you one of Justin's guys?
No, I've watched several of the YouTube videos for quite a while now, and I just said, you know what, it's just time for me to make a decision and just jump right in. I've done some things on the wholesaling side before, but I'm really trying to get my feet wet as far as like creative financing and lease options, and just trying to make myself an overall around better investor.
Okay.
So
the strategies are important.
mhm.
It's like a tool belt. You can't just go to work with a screwdriver. You need all the tools, right? The right tool
Right.
for the right job.
Right.
Did you ever, this never happens to me. I just bought up my wife for her birthday a treadmill, and you need one socket plug or whatever you call it. It's for a socket wrench, the socket. And I needed a 1/2 inch. I never grab the right socket the first time. I usually have to go through 3 or 4 till I get it right, because I never look at the number. I grab the right one at the right time. Having the right tool at the right time is lease purchase, subject to owner finance or consultation or cash. Cash is king. Cash is king in the real estate business. Garrett, are you ready for the $1 million deal?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So somebody comes to you, let's role play it, because this is Role Play Wednesday. You just found a deal. I've got a house. Where do you live, Garrett?
California, Riverside.
All right. What part?
Riverside, California.
Oh, okay. I know Riverside. Sure. My daughter lives up in LA. I live in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
I'm over by Rancho Santa Fe.
Okay.
Yeah, near Solana Beach, Del Mar.
Yeah.
And all that area.
Oh, of course.
Real nice area. So you just found $1 million condo in Riverside,
Mm-hmm.
and the owner is getting a divorce. He's a rich guy. He's just sick of he just wants to get out of this property before the lawyers get hold of it.
Okay.
And he's on a 1 through 10. He's a 13, and he wants to sell this thing today.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to write down a number here. I'm going to write it down. And this is the number you can buy this property at. I'm not going to show you. And you're going to negotiate this deal. And you're going to have to figure out what strategy will work to do this deal today.
Okay. Today. All right.
When you take a pretty girl out to dinner and you walk her to the doorstep, when do you kiss her? A week later or at the doorstep?
I mean, I try and go for it right there at the doorstep.
Of course you do. You're a man.
Right.
And she wants you to. You're not going to say, well, I'll come back in a week or two. I'll think about it. I'll talk to my wife.
Right. Too late.
No, don't say
Too late.
that. Okay, you called me up on this property. It's $1 million condo. It says owner motivated. We'll take $925. But you know it's worth $1 million, and it's in great condition and shape. And I'm the sole owner on it.
Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, Claude, how's it going?
It's going real good, man. Are you calling about the condo?
Absolutely, calling about the condo.
Yeah, looking to sell it. It's worth $1 million. I'll take $925 today to sell it fast.
Okay. Awesome. Is that the best you can do?
I could probably do a little better. Are you qualified? I'm talking cash here. I'm not talking Looney Tunes. I got all these guys, bottom feeders, guys calling me with no money who want me to do all this crazy stuff. I just want to get cash and get back to Chicago.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to put something together today. Is there anything that would be holding us back to not putting something together today?
That's all. All I need is cash.
All right. Okay. Okay.
I need cash.
Perfect.
I'll cut to the chase. I'll drop it $100,000. I'll take 790. I'll take, what did I said 900. I'll take 895.
You'll take 895.
Cash on this thing. It's clean as a whistle. It's free and clear. And I just want cash. I'm getting divorced and I don't want to, and it's in my name only. And I don't want to, and I just want to sell it and get back to my mom's house in Chicago.
Oh, wow. Okay. And you're not looking to go through a realtor or anything like that, right?
You can bring one in if you want, but I'm going to sell it. I'm selling this thing to somebody today. You know what the market's like.
Right. Right. It's crazy. It's crazy out here. Okay. Let's put something together. I'm ready if you are.
Okay.
Okay. I'm stumped. You got me.
Keep going, man. Keep going. Dialogue with me. Hey, sorry about your divorce. Hello, lovely Miss Ferguson is with us today. Hello. Hello, Sharonda. I don't think she can hear me. She froze. Anyway,
everybody.
let's go back in that role play. What is it? You want the best deal possible. I am highly motivated. I'm looking to get out of Dodge fast.
Okay. Okay. I know you dropped it 100,000.
Yeah. I'm not fooling around. I just want to sell it, man.
Okay. I tell you what, Claude, I can give you 600 for it, and we can get this thing out the way.
600?
Yeah, 600.
This is $1 million man, you dropped it $400,000. This is $1 million property.
I understand, but this will be the easiest, smoothest transaction you'll ever deal with in your life. You don't have to deal with any realtors. I got 600 for you right now. I can actually go ahead, draft everything. I'm good friends with my escrow person over here at our local title company. We can get the ball rolling right now. What do you say? 600.
Are you pre-qualified? I'm talking cash here.
Yes. Cash.
How much can you put down today in my lawyer's office?
In your lawyer's office, we can put down. Well, how much are you looking to? I mean, how much did you want down?
I want at least 10,000, 10% down.
You can't do 3%?
No, not if I'm going to even consider dropping my price as much as you're asking.
You want 10% down?
Did I stutter?
No, you didn't. Okay, so if I'm willing to give you the 10% down today, we can go ahead and come to a final agreement and close this thing out.
Yeah, I'll bottom line this out because I've got to go. I got to pick up my chihuahuas. They're at the dog washing service. I'll take six. If you can put 10% down, I'll sell you this $1 million house in great condition in a super location. I'll sell it for $695.
$695.
That's my bottom. That's my final offer.
But you can't do the 600. 600 is not going to work.
No, it's not going to work.
Can you meet me in the middle, 650? And I give you the 10% down right now.
And you can transfer money and open escrow today with my attorney.
Absolutely. We can open escrow today. It'll be the smoothest transaction. You won't have to worry about anything. If we can do 650, I'll give you the 10%.
You got it.
All right. All right.
Okay. Give him a woo. Woo. You were good, man, because this was the number I was looking to sell it for.
Okay.
You beat the mentor, man. You beat me. I wrote the book on this thing, and you beat me up. You got another 45,000 off of me. Nice going.
Oh wow, thank you.
You split. I think, what did we say? 645 or so 650? You said
650.
Nice going. Now, do you have the money for this deal? Seriously, are you prepared to do a deal like this today? Real world.
Real world. 10%.
Sodium pentothal. Here, so I'm giving you a shot of sodium pentothal and 2 martinis. Go ahead. Truth serum. The answer's no.
Probably no. Probably
No,
no.
probably absolutely no.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got to be prepared for this deal.
Mhm.
The $1 million deal is going to fall. If you're busy, are you working this property? Are you working this business every day?
Yeah.
If you're
I'm
working
part-time, but I'm working every
okay,
day.
but you're talking to a few people every day,
Oh yeah.
I'm going to make you a promise. We're recording this right now. If you work this thing every day on a long-term basis, you're eventually going to hit the $1 million deal. When I say the $1 million deal, I mean you're going to make $100, $150, $200,000. You're going to make that deal. Am I right, Hervik? Did you just do one of those $1 million deals? What I call $1 million deals?
Let's call it a $250,000 deal.
What's it? Oh, wait. Let me get out my boohoo tissues. Oh, I know, $250,000 deal.
It wasn't quite 100, you know.
You're not going to make me feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. It ain't going to work. How well are you sleeping right now?
Sleeping good, man. I'm sleeping good. 100%.
What is it about money? Sharonda, why do we sleep so well when we have money in the bank? What is it? Help me out. You're a nurse, aren't you, Sharonda?
In my past life, I was a nurse.
Okay.
I'm a real estate investor now.
Why do we sleep so well when we have money in the bank?
Money's necessary to take care of everything you need to take care of.
What is it about money when in the bank and the bills are paid and you're not worrying about anything? The washing machine breaks or something. You just buy it, honey. Just go here. The money's in the account. Go buy it. This really, what is it about that comfort level of having more money than you need? What is it? Being debt free and having some money in the bank. How good does that feel?
It feels amazing.
It's an amazing feeling. Let's go back to Garrett. So Garrett, you gotta prepare for the $1 million deal. But listen, when I first started in this business, I didn't have two nickels to rub together. I'm no big shot here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you're going to get that $1 million deal someday. You negotiated it great. What are you going to do right now? You just got a deal. You got to get a commitment. You need money right now. You need 50,000 open escrow. You got to find the money. What are you going to do next on this property? It's worth $1 million. You just got it for 650. That means there's $350,000 profit in that deal for you today. What are you going to do to make? What are you going to do? Even though you don't have the money, real world. What's your next move?
Transactional funding.
You're going to call up Steve Driscoll right now, that rich guy in New York. Show me your muscles, Steve. There you go, baby. Look at that. You only get that from Dr. Brown's Celery and Bagels in New York. Right? Does anyone know what I mean when I say Dr. Brown's Celery? Would anybody know what that means except another New Yorker?
You just don't change.
You talking to me or what?
Hey, hey, come on, huh? Come on.
Hey, forget about it. Hey, you can take the boy out of New York. You can move him to California. The first thing somebody says to you is, "What part of New York are you from?"
Yeah, you are. I think I get the same thing.
I get it all the time. Go to North Carolina. I'm in North Carolina right now, and they're all, "How y'all doing?" Bless your heart and all that. I say, "What are you talking about?"
The only place in the world where you can ask somebody how they're doing, and they don't expect in New York, they don't want an answer. It's just how we say hello.
Yeah, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? We don't care how you're doing. Just say hello.
You got to say it the right way. How you doing? DOOOINNN, no G.
There you go. I thought I'd jump on a call for a couple minutes in between.
There you go. Okay, Garrett's got a deal to pitch to you. Garrett, you got this rich investor. He's in Queens, New York. This is Mr. Driscoll. You've heard of him by reputation. Yeah. And you've got that great deal. You've got that great deal in California. Go for it. Hit him fast and hard. You got 3 minutes.
Hi, Mr. Driscoll. How you doing today?
Doing great. How you doing?
Awesome. Super incredible. Super
incredible. Who am I speaking with?
Yes, this is Garrett from California.
Great. What can I do for you, Garrett?
Yeah. So I have a great deal on the table. This is something that that can definitely bring you a lot better return than the stock market. You know, the stock market, how that's going on nowadays, right?
Sure.
Right. Well, this will definitely give you a more than 3, 4, 5% return on your money. And I was just wondering if you'd be able to assist me today on this great return. How does that sound?
Lousy.
Lousy? Why does
3,
it sound
4,
lousy?
5%. Nah, man, that's not for me. I got. If I'm going to get involved, I got to make some real money. What else you got?
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll definitely make sure that this is a sure thing here.
Oh boy, when someone says a sure thing to me, it's usually all my warning.
Get ready to bend over. Go ahead.
In the real world, do you think Steve is a nice guy and he's being very polite to you, Garrett? Do you think in the real world Steve would have been on the phone this long with that opener?
No.
What's the opener Steve, what's the opener we really look for in a deal when we're trying to get some money? Garrett has a deal, $1 million deal. He's got it under contract for 650, and he needs money bad because this guy
he's just looking to raise capital. He doesn't want a joint venture. You just want capital.
He just wants to make some short money and give you the big deal because he doesn't have it right now.
Well, he's going to ask if he's out raising capital. If the first question you're going to say is, "Hey, listen, I've got a great deal. You want to make some money?" You got to play with his greed gland. You know.
How about we tell him? You think we can tell him up front how much money he's going to make in the first 10 seconds?
You could, you could, and don't, but just throwing a number out at a general investor is sometimes hokey. They won't believe you, you know, but you never know. Depends how you structure it. What are you willing to give up?
But you'll get their attention, won't you?
Yep, sure.
Ring. Go ahead, Mr. Driscoll.
Hello.
Mr. Driscoll, you interested in a deal where you could make $350,000 today?
Sure. Go ahead. What do you got?
My name's Claude Diamond. I hope this is a good time for you. It's got to be.
It's always a good time when I can make money. What do you got?
Boom. Now you get into it. That's my opener right away. I skip the whole, hi, how are you today? I'm totally awesome.
Nobody cares. Nobody gives a damn.
I'm sorry. Garrett's a nice guy. Be gentle here. He's a nice man. He's very polite. His mom raised him right.
Yeah, but nobody really cares. You know, this opening up and making schmoozing and all that. If it's business, it's business. Just get to the point.
Get to the point. Tell them the truth. What happens when you tell people the truth? Is that like shocking sometimes? Can you shock? I mean, we're talking, cattle prods here. When you tell somebody the truth right away and what you want to do, in your mind, how much would you like to make on this contract, Garrett? The clock is ticking.
As much as possible.
Well,
you gotta have a number, man.
Yeah, but you don't have any power. The only power you have is this contract on a great deal, but the clock is ticking. You've got to open escrow today, and you don't have that $50,000 to put in to give the lawyer to open up this deal. Mm-hmm. So you don't have that many. You have one card to play. How much do you think you're going to make? How much do you think you should, Hervik or Sharonda, what do you think you should make on this deal? He's got 350. He's got a 350 spread on it, and he's got to sell it today. The clock is ticking. How much would you want to make on this deal today?
Me being Garrett?
How much would you like to make? Anybody?
20,000.
I don't know, 150,000.
That's a good start. That's not bad. I don't think Steve will go for it. I was thinking 50.
50.
I was thinking 5%. If you want to turn it quick, if it's got to be today, if you got a whole week to go share this thing, that's a different ballgame.
That's 18,000, correct?
Yeah. Take the money and run.
Yeah, take the money and run. You're talking about 5% on the net profit, on the gross profit, right?
Correct.
Okay, $18,000. I think he could do a little stronger, especially if he has the prospectus. If he has appraisal, he has pictures. He had an inspection or something like that. He doesn't have much time, though. He just found this deal. He just locked it up, and he's got to sell it today.
If he's already put together his prospectus and he's done his homework and all, yeah, you can expect more money. But if he just came across it this morning and he's got to dump it, he's got to move it fast, 5% is a lot of money.
There you go. Garrett, you want to go back into the pit here?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Into the baptism of fire. Go ahead. You can tell them the truth. Tell them I found this deal. This is what it's worth. This is what my contract's for. I don't have the money. You do. Can we do business today? Boom. Just go for it.
Hey, Mr. Driscoll, how's it going?
It's going all right. How you doing? Who's this?
Great, great. Hey, this is Garrett out of California. Hey, I know you're busy, but look, I came across $1 million deal. You want to make an extra 350,000 today?
Make an extra 350,000 today. You got my attention. Go ahead. What's it all about?
Well, basically, I have to open up escrow today. I need to put down about 50,000, and this is a winner. This is a win-win situation. Just want to know if you want to be a part of it.
Well, tell me more about it. Why is it a winner? What is it?
Well, the guy, he's looking to leave. He's getting a divorce. He's moving out of town, and he just wants to get rid of the property. And we were negotiating back and forth. I got him down to about 650,000.
What kind of
That's
property
$1 million
is it?
property.
What kind of a property is it?
That's a good question.
Is it a duck
Three-bedroom.
farm? Is it a house? Is it a multi-family? What is it? Come on, help me out here.
Single family.
Single family.
Condo.
Okay.
It's a
Single
3-bedroom
family
condo with a view of Nancy Pelosi's home.
Right. 3-bedroom condo.
3-bedroom condo. Wow, that's a lot of money. $1 million. All right, go ahead.
$1 million. Very, very high.
You gotta close it up for, you said what, 600, 650?
650.
And what do you want from me?
I just need.
What do you
I
want?
just-
What do you want from me?
I
What do
just
you need
need.
me for?
I just need the 50,000 so we can, make this deal possible. And it's a great return on your investment. You're going to make 350. I'll make a little something, and it'll be a
That's
win-win
it.
situation.
So you want $50,000 today, and then you want another $600,000 down the road.
Down the road.
Down the road. So you want $650,000 from me. So this is possibly $1 million deal.
Absolutely.
Doesn't sound like it's a go deal for me. The numbers don't work.
It's over.
Yeah,
Why was
the
it?
numbers don't
Why
work.
was it over? Why did he reject you?
Because he asked
What's
if he was getting more money down the road.
What's
Look
the
at-
what's the one emotion that's going to make Steve say yes on the phone in the first 15 minutes? What's that wonderful emotion? They talked about it in the movie Wall Street.
Greed?
Who said greed?
That would be me.
That's right.
Greed is good.
Greed is good if you know how to use it.
Your
Steve,
numbers were 65%. You wanted me to come in at 65% on $1 million. You haven't got it back in sold, so I'm risking 650 grand. I'd never do a deal like that. Just from what you're telling me, anyways.
let's go back in the beginning, Steve. Role
Sure,
play
sure.
one more time. Steve's great at role plays, by the way. Thank you. Steve, Claude Diamond here. We've never done business. You're in the mood to make a lot of money today.
Sure, why not?
I got a 3-bedroom condo. It's in California. I can email you some pictures and an appraisal on it. It's in excellent condition. I just got it. It's got a valuation of $1 million. I just negotiated a deal. I'll send you a copy of my contract for 650 on this deal. I only have one big problem.
Right.
I don't have the 50,000 I need to open escrow today, and I can't close on this deal. I don't have the credit rating for $1 million deal.
What's your exit strategy on this thing?
Sell it to you right now and let you make the big money and I make a little money. Can we do business today?
And if I turn Claude down, I'm dead. Sure, we can do business today.
What do you think's fair, Steve? I can send you all the paperwork. You can look it over. You can double check everything. We need to open escrow on this. You can use your money will go into an attorney's office or a licensed insured title escrow company. Everything's protected. But I want to get some money out of this deal because I'm selling it to you. What do you
Send
think?
me the docs, send me the pictures. Let me look it
Boom.
over and we'll talk in an hour.
I just sent it to you. Hi, it's an hour. I just sent it. You see that? It's a 350 gross potential profit on this deal.
According to what you got, it looks like it's something I would do.
What do you think's fair? Let's do a deal right now. Or you can tell me to get lost.
Let's do a deal.
What do you think's fair?
I'm listening.
See what he's doing? How did he take? I'm trying to get the first price from him. He knows exactly what I'm doing. And what did he say to throw the ball back? It's like tennis. The ball's going back and forth and back and forth. What did Steve just do? It's very subtle, but it's kind of brilliant what he just said. What was it?
I'm listening.
I'm listening. What does that force me to do, Alan?
Talk.
Forces me to talk. First to mention price always loses. Absolutely. Well, Steve, I'll just be upfront with you. I'm looking for 50,000. You make 300. I make 50 because I can't do the deal. Is that fair? Is that reasonable?
You want this $50,000 today?
I'll take half today and half when you close in 30 days or less.
Fine. Cut your fee in half and let's do it.
What do you mean?
You want 50,000, make it 25 and we'll do it.
You mean all 25 today?
You're talking about you want $50,000 from me. You want to put 20, we'll put $25,000 on top of the deal for you and we'll pay you closing.
So how much do I get? I'm confused.
You're going to get $50,000 today to open escrow. We're going to do the deal at $650,000 plus $25,000 for you.
Well, I want 50.
It's nice to want. I got to go. If you want to do this deal, get back to me in an hour.
Well, hold on. Don't go that fast.
I'm listening.
Who has the power now?
Steve.
He's got the power. What's the rule about what's about cash is king? Who's the king in this deal?
Ye with the gold makes the rules.
He with the gold makes the rules. So if I'm coming, this is my first big deal. I can't do it. I'm between a rock and a hard place and the clock is ticking. I got maybe 8 hours left to find another investor and Steve's the only one that's serious. What am I going to do? What would you do? What would you do? Go ahead, Hervik.
He said call him back in an hour. We got an hour.
We sped it up. We sped it up. I'm calling him back in an hour.
Well, then 25 grand is better than the what do you say? The percent that was 8 to 5%. 25 grand is better than 18.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But it's not as good as 50, is it?
Oh, it's not.
It's not as 50. So what if
ordinarily I would have cut you up? I would have offered you 25. I would have started at 10 or 15,000.
Right. But you didn't. You asked me for my first price.
Yep.
So I started at 50. You worked me down to 25 and I have to wait for a close of escrow. No money today. No skin in the game for me other than the 50 you're putting into open.
You open up with a number, you can always go down. You can't go up.
Yeah. Yeah. What would happen if I was a more sophisticated investor and I had 5 other Steve the investors to call today? Would that change the dynamic of this negotiation?
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
Absolutely.
So I'm telling you right now, everybody's going to eventually find this $1 million deal. Are you prepared to lock it up and to resell it or fund it yourself? Because if you're working this business, sooner or later, you're going to get a motivated seller. What does every guru at every seminar say, guys?
I'm the motivated seller.
Find the motivated seller, right? It's like they grow like weeds on the lawn, right? And you know, in this marketplace, it's even harder to get the motivated seller, but they're still out there. There are still people who, the trouble with real estate is it takes time to do a deal, doesn't it? 30, 60, 90 days, even when you get all the pieces of the puzzle together. But every now and then, do you think there's somebody who wants to move fast? Who needs the money? What do you do with that person?
Lock it up.
Yeah. Lock it up. Fix the problems later. Can you get out of the deal if you have to? Sure.
Yep.
But when you get an opportunity, lock it up.
There's still no replacement for communications. You can't do this with texts. You can't do this with emails. You know, one of the people in the real estate business, I really, really admire this guy. I don't know. You know Peter Fortunato.
Sure.
Yeah. Peter, I sat down with this guy after a meeting one day, and he says, "You know where I get most of my deals that I put together?" I said, "How?" He says, "Pushing a baby carriage with my granddaughter in it. And I walk through a neighborhood I want to work, and I just stop and just start talking to people. It's amazing." He goes, "How much information you can find out. Asking people who wants to sell, who's open, who's moving, who's not. And the neighbors all want to tell you. It's amazing. You're not going to get that by just skip tracing and trying to get people sending texts and all that. What Claude is showing you right now is the main tool to be in this business. If you can't talk, you can have all the theory in the world. Don't mean jack.
You can have the best applications. You can you can go on Anthony Robbins' Firewalk. You can, but
Don't start with that. I did that twice. You're breaking my chops now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you go to the hospital? I read a lot of people.
No.
There's not.
Yeah, you remember that call? I know you do. Yeah.
Listen, I believe in motivation. I really do. But to me, the motivation has got to be something I own forever. If I hear Les Brown, I walk on the Firewalk and I feel fantastic on Friday evening. What happens on Monday when I get that rejection? When somebody hangs up on me, take me off your list. I'll think about it. I'll talk to my wife. Call me never. Click. What happens to all that good motivation if you don't own it?
The boohoo tissues come out.
Yeah. So I think all the motivation in the world is no good unless you're getting rewarded for it, unless that enthusiasm actually gets to your bank account. Okay, I think motivation in itself is great, but it's got to be enough you've still got to have the tools to be able to persuade another person to do a deal with me. Here's a story from yesterday. I had a contract. It was a personal note. I literally, without going into too much detail, it was a large note, and I had no money in this deal. It was just a deal I constructed, and I sold it, and I took a note back. I had no money literally in the deal, and the person wanted to get out of the deal because of financial problems. What do you do? Let's say it's $100,000 note. Okay. Hey, Hervik, you want to do this one or Sharonda, you want to do this one with me? Who hasn't done a role play yet? Sharonda, you know that $100,000 I owe you? I can't do it. You got to let me out of this deal.
Well, we do have a contract that's still, it hasn't expired. So how would you like me to work with you so we can still do the deal? Could you reduce the amount, and I'll give you a one-time payment instead of those monthly payments for the next 10 years. I just need to get out of this deal. I can't do it. You've been really nothing but nice to me, but I can't make these payments for 10 years. I can't do it. Well, what did you have in mind? What did you want to make a one-time payment of? How much?
What would be the least you'd take on that $100,000 I owe you to release me, to give me a settlement in accord, to release me from this contract today?
Well, I really want 100,000 like we contracted for, but I am willing to work with you. I need you to give me a number.
Can I give you 25,000? Would you take 25,000?
I won't be able to do that. Can you do?
You're breaking up, Sharonda. I'm sorry. Okay, guys, somebody step into Sharonda's shoes there. Hervik?
Claude, I could discount your 25 grand. I can't drop it to 25 grand.
Well, I listen, man, you just got to let me out of this thing. Otherwise, if you got to give it to, you've been nice to me. I just can't do it. I can give you 20. I can do 25.
Claude,
remember, you have no money in this deal. This is the deal you created
You really didn't put out 100,000. You created $100,000 value, but at no cost to yourself.
Is this secured at all?
No,
Oh,
it's not secured.
so it's great.
It's weak. It's
Very
a weak.
nice.
It's a weak contract. Okay.
Claude, I'll tell you what, Claude. I can't just drop it to 25 grand, but I'll take 25 grand. Let's agree on a number. I'll take 25 grand and put the rest on some payments. Does that work for you?
No. I know I missed the last 3 payments, and I've been ghosting you, and it's just been bothering me. I don't do business this way. You haven't gotten any payments from me in the last 90 days, and I want to make things right and just end this thing right now today.
Okay, Claude, and I appreciate you giving me a call and being honest. I don't want to chase you around much longer, right? And I understand with everything going on around the world right now, where everybody's suffering a little bit. Claude, if you can make up those 3 payments on top of the 25, do we have a deal? Do you want to? Is that possible for you?
So instead of 25, I give you the 3,000 I owe you on top of the 25. Is that?
And we'll call it even.
Wow.
I think I can do that. I'm going to have to, check some finances and my credit card balances and stuff like that. But I can get back to you in a few days.
Can't do that, Claude. We finally got you on the phone. It's either now or not. Like my friend.
That was what I was waiting for. That was beautiful.
Like Steve says, either what is it? Either
shit or get off the pot.
Steve feels like I let you off the hook too easy.
You got to go back and forth.
Listen, you've got a deadbeat. You've got a guy or girl trying to get out of a deal. They've been ghosting you. You finally hooked up with them. They're behind in payments. They're willing to give you 25 today on an unsecured weak note that you have no money into. Believe me, you have nothing in it. Real world, you're going to take the 25 and the 3, but you got to negotiate. And this is where the negotiation comes in. You need to get paid when?
Right now, especially with this guy.
I mean, so back in the role play. So Hervik, we got to do this today or it's dead.
Got to do it today, Claude. Yeah, we have to do it today or no promises, man. Patiently for 3 months, Claude, and I know you're a good person. You're good for it, man. I would just ask you, to be, stand up with me. Is that too much to ask for, Claude?
No. And this isn't you've been nothing. I'll call you back in an hour and I'll give you 3 credit cards and you can run them for the 28,000. All right.
I'm sorry, Claude. Did I hear that right? You said you're going to call me back in an hour with 3 credit cards?
Yeah. And you can run them for the 20. Do I get some paperwork or something to know I'm off the hook?
Yeah, I can draw some paperwork up, Claude. But first, you're telling me you can call me back in an hour. You don't have the credit cards with you right now?
No. My wife's got one. The other one's in my car, and the other one is in the fishbowl or something like that.
I'll stay on the phone while you go get the one that's in your car. Let's start there.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Boom. That was good.
That was good.
Give him a round there.
Gotta be careful with this guy, man. Chasing him around for 90 days now.
What's the rule? Something is better than nothing, right? Something is always better than nothing. Are you going to go after this guy? What are you going to do in a situation where you can hire lawyers, you can spend good money after bad, there's going to be nothing coming from it. What do you do? What do you do when you have an opportunity to close?
So you act on it.
This is real world business we're talking about here, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is sometimes you got to cut your losses. Something is better than nothing. 25 is better than a judgment for $100,000 that you'll never collect on. Believe me, I know.
Oh boy.
What happens when we get an emotional in a deal and we lawyer up and do all that stuff? Do we really win?
No. Sometimes.
You win sometimes, but it takes a lot of emotion, a lot of time, usually money. Okay. It takes, and is it here's the part I don't like. I don't like the distractions. when we get into a negative situation that lingers on and on and on, okay, is that distract us from doing other deals? It does for me. I'm easily distracted. I'm like a puppy with a new tennis ball. I don't like to dwell on that stuff. What's another role play we can do? Good role plays, guys. Fun stuff. Real world here. Rest of you, turn on your videos there. Come on, Alex. Dr. Vibe is even in the building. My Canadian doctor is in the building here. Today, we're talking about sales and negotiation. Steve brought up a good point earlier. You could have all the toys, all the applications, all the wizards and gurus in the world. What happens if you don't talk to somebody and negotiate like we've done in these role plays?
You get nowhere.
Yeah. I always believe that there's a deal somewhere today if I speak to enough quality prospects. Notice I said quality prospects. Okay. You give me give me 2, 3, 4 good quality phone calls every day, and something good will happen if I can switch gears. Is it a lease purchase? Is it a subject to? Garrett and I did a cash deal before. Then we had to sell that cash deal. What do we do when someone wants to pick our brain? Steve, Claude Diamond, how are you, buddy?
Doing good. How are you?
Oh, great. Thanks for asking, man. Just have 1 or 2 really quick questions. We met at the RIA meeting in Queens a couple of weeks ago. I got your card here, and you seem to be a really smart guy about doing different ways of doing real estate. So if you got a minute or two, just a couple quick questions, buddy.
Hey, you know what? I'm real busy right now, buddy.
Oh, this won't take long. Do you have a lease purchase contract, a sample I could look at?
I do have a sample. What is it you're trying to do? You want to hire me for a consultant, or you want me just to supply you with all kinds of paperwork? I can't work for free, man. I'm on the deal. I'm on another phone right now putting a deal together. I'm making money. What is it you're looking for? Not to be obnoxious, not to be subtle with you, but I got to move on. So, I mean, what is it you're trying to do?
See, off the role play. Steve is not wasting time, is he?
I can't.
He's trying to kiss me, but he hasn't bought me 2 drinks yet. There's a bad visual here. I'm sorry. I was saying he went right to it. I consult. Could you make me a little bit more emotional before you go for the close? Just a little bit more emotion.
You might have the wrong guy. However,
a little bit more emotion.
Yeah, I can appreciate that you're calling me, and you could use my help and all that. That's all great. Exactly what is it you're looking for?
Well, here's the thing. My grandma's she's moved to Florida. She gave me her beautiful, she gave me this beautiful.
Yep, that's why I make the big bucks.
So there you go. Wow.
Okay. I had to mute Vaughn out there. Grandma gave me her house. She moved to Florida. She said I could do whatever I want with it. And I'm thinking, I got a guy and his wife at work, and they need a house. She's got a baby coming. And I was thinking of doing a rent to own with them.
That's probably a good idea. Okay, go ahead.
And everything. I've never done one before, and you made such an impression on me. You were such a great guy at the RIA meeting and everything. And I was just wondering if you could. How much? Grandma's house is worth about $450. It's in Sheepshead Bay. It's a really nice area. I think that's
a lot more than $450, buddy.
Okay. I haven't been there in a while. What do you think? What kind of rent do you think I could get, Steve?
Well, you know what? Just off the top of my head, I really, really couldn't tell you. You're really, really smart trying to reach out and put the numbers together on this. I congratulate you. That's really good. Do a little more research if you want me to do it. Now. I'm sorry.
Make me greedy now. Tell me all the money I'm going to make.
You're doing a lease option. You're going to collect money up front.
How much?
From your person. This is a $600,000 house. I'd say probably at least 5 to 10%. So between $30,000 and $60,000,
wow,
which goes in your pocket.
Wow, could I use that money? Oh, would that make my wife happy?
Then you're probably going to wind up picking up in Sheepshead Bay between $4,000 and $6,000 a month in rent.
And this house is free and clear. Grandma said I could keep all the money, the monthly rent.
So then you're really in really, really good shape. But you know what? You've really got to dot the I's and cross the T's on deals like this, especially here in New York. So here in New York, I mean, you can pay an attorney $30,000-$40,000 to draft documents for you and do the closing, or you can go out and get hire a consultant. But don't do this on your own. You shouldn't try and do this on your own with documents that you just generally find on the internet. Don't do that, man. You're going to get burned.
But you really
I can
think
offer you my services if you want. If you choose. I'm not cheap, but I'll get the job done for you. And you could. Probably the best way you go is that lease option. But go ahead.
So you're saying I can get 30 to 60,000 up front, and the people who want to rent it from me, they have that kind of money. They're just not ready to buy, and I can get 4,000 or 5,000 a month in rent.
Well, I'll tell you what. The way from just off the top of my head, that's the way it sounds.
Wow,
pretty good. You stumbled into a real good deal.
That means I get 30 to 60 up front, and I make another 60 a year on this house. I didn't know it'd be that much. Now we're off the role play. What have you set me up for? If that was the real conversation, what have you set? Now you've set me up for your reasonable consulting fee. Because in my head, I'm thinking 30 to 60 up front and 5,000 a month positive cash flow. Now, punch me in the face and get that consulting fee.
Well, now if you're looking for someone to help you put this together, I could be your guy. If you're looking to just hold this thing, together on your own, which is probably a real good idea, without trying to joint venture or anything like that. But on my deals, if I'm going to consult, let's assume just for a second, Claude, you just asked me, how does it work with consulting? It's very simple. Whatever you collect for that first month, I get 15% of it.
15%?
I get 15% of the down payment, 15% of the first month's rent. I don't collect security.
Wow, 15 of the 30,000, that would be, oh my God, that's like $5,000 right there.
It's cheap.
And then
you can spend 40,000 with an attorney and they'll blow the deal. So I get 15% of whatever cash up front, and that's just cheap. I mean, how soon are you looking to do this deal?
And out of the 5,000 a month, you get 750, another 15%?
No, I just collect it up front. I just collect on whatever you collect on the first month. I get 15%, and whatever you collect in a down payment, I get 15%. That's it.
So the most I would pay then, just so I'm clear, how much is this really going to cost me?
Let's get out the calculator. Let's just say it's $12,000 to pick a number.
Wow, I didn't know I was going to cost that much. I thought it would be a couple $100 or something like that.
Well, a couple $100 is just pushing your money through the internet and getting documents that aren't going to work, or may even land you in jail. You never know. But you know what? I can put this together for you. I'll consult with you. I'll help you out I'll get on the telephone and I'll talk with the person you're looking to do the lease option with. Make sure it's a good deal for both. And if this deal doesn't get done, I don't get paid. Simple as that. I'm not going to ask you for anything but $1,000 deposit up front.
Oh, okay. See, I thought it was you were going to be I thought you were going to be a taxi there, but you turned it into a bus.
There you go.
You know what I mean? When you get on a bus, you got to pay when you go through the door.
Yep.
Taxis, you pay when you arrive. Well, so you need only 1,000 right now?
$1,000 now, and the balance is when you close.
And it only comes out of the deal I do, right?
Correct.
Well, yeah, I think I could do that.
Had nothing to lose. I mean, it's a great deal. If we put it together, you're on easy street. Okay.
You have the contracts and you have the contracts too, Steve. So I don't have
the contracts, and I want to talk to the person you want to put in the property. So to make sure this is all a good fit, make sure this is all going to work. So you're not wasting your time, and we're all not running around in a circle, not getting to the exit. So. Well,
okay, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, should I take this deal? Yes or no? Give me a thumbs up or down. What should I do? 2 thumbs up. Hervik, you don't know which one. Hervik? You're not.
I don't know what.
I don't know. I can't see his thumb.
In front of your nose, Hervik. Your picture's small. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm on my phone.
There you go. Yeah.
Steve just made $12,000. Is that reasonable what he did, or is that kind of guru heaven we were just describing? Can that really happen? Could you see someone on this type of deal with these kind of numbers? Could you see someone who is nervous, a little insecure? Steve is showing personality, showing confidence. He's being assertive, a little bit of scarcity. I didn't hear any social proof. I do this all the time with all the other people. He could have put that in there.
He's already called me.
He's already called you. He knows you from the real estate club. Is this is this a reasonable deal? Could this real deal really be done? What do you guys think? I do. I think somebody who would be nervous about it. Steve just made $12,000. He only got $1,000 up front. And my only criticism, I think you could have got more, and I would have negotiated monthly payments until the deal is done. That's the only difference I would have done. But maybe that's a question of style. I would have said maybe 2,500 up front, 500 a month, and then the balance once we do the deal. This way, you get continued payments if the deal falls apart with somebody else.
A lot of the lease options I'm doing now are on businesses with property wrapped up into it with inventory. And what I'm doing is I'm selling blue sky, basically speaking.
It's blue
So
sky.
I'm leasing that. So
Why do we tell everyone what blue sky means, Steve? It's a great term.
Well, if you own a business and you've built it up over the years and you've got a following, you've got all your merchants that you buy your merchandise from all down, you've got a customer list, you're established there, that's blue sky.
Yep.
You know, and the company's already making money and you've got a track record. So that's sellable besides just a piece of real estate that you own or lease, you know. So I've done 2 of them this year, done really well. So
It's nice to be paid for your time, knowledge, and energy, isn't it?
absolutely.
And do we find deals if we're busy talking to people, doing our marketing, and we're talking to people and we get, let's face it, majority of deals when we do get someone on the phone and we do talk about a deal, a lot of times these deals the numbers are wrong, the location, the repairs, there's always other problems. These are deals we don't touch, but is there another way to monetize these deals based on the insecurity or the lack of knowledge of that other person?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Why are we in business, ladies and gentlemen? Why are we in business? That's it. Garrett's showing us. He's doing it, man. He's sign language, baby. International.
Make money.
Make money today. Thank you. Hey, did we learn something today? Did we have some fun? Thanks to all of you for participating and everything. Steve, thank you. You're a mensch.
I got to give you a buzz one of these days soon.
Anytime.
Talk to you guys. I got to
Listen,
go.
guys, have fun. Go out there, talk to people like Steve did, like Hervik did, like Sharonda, like Garrett, like Alan. Talk to people every day. Have fun conversations. Okay. And someone is going to say, if you use the right words the right way, someone will say yes. My word of honor.
Yeah, brother. Got to go.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Have a good Wednesday. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Have a good day.
My name is Claude Diamond. Go to my webpage, claudediamond.com. Got a bunch of free stuff there for you. Free books, free consultations. And focus on the sales. It's the $1 million skill. Take care.
Thank you, Claude.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.